Hello everyone, this is Dr. Praveen Tripathi and with me is Dr. Siddharth who got a wonderful rank of 168 in the NEET PG exam. Siddharth, many congratulations.
Thank you, Thomas.
So Siddharth, you were just talking about your journey and you made certain changes in the journey. Before INI-CET, you were doing something different. After INI-CET, you started doing something different. Then you added certain things. So would like to understand all these phases. So first of all, when did you start preparing seriously for the entrance examination?
Actually, I finished my internship in 2023 and immediately I started preparing seriously.
Okay.
But after the postponement in June last year, the day
Mm.
before the exam, they had postponed. After that, I never got back on track.
Okay.
So that last month before the August 11th exam last year,
Mm.
I was never fully prepared. I was not giving regular tests. Like I
Okay.
completely went off track from my
Mm.
preparation. And the last 10 days, which are the most crucial,
Mm.
I hardly did around 6 to 7 hours per day.
Okay.
And I ended up getting a rank of 7,000 last year, which I was not
Okay.
satisfied with.
So from 7,000 you jumped to 168. Uh, Siddhartha, I would first want to understand that you were saying you did not do too many questions. So do you think solving a lot of MCQs is one of the most important part of the preparation?
Yes, sir, definitely. Content, we can keep on reading again and again, but
Hmm.
unless you test yourself with MCQs, I don't think you will really understand where you're weak at.
Hmm.
It's
All right.
very important to solve MCQs.
So you're telling me you did a lot of E&Ds from Cerebellum and GTs also from Cerebellum. So how did these E&Ds help you with the preparation?
But, all the tests and discussion, they gave me a different perspective. Like I used to have one understanding of topic, and like
Mm,
when I solve questions,
mm,
like we approach it from a different angle, especially when you see what the teachers say, how to approach a specific question, how to rule it out.
mm,
Ruling out options, I feel, is a very important skill, which takes a lot of time to get actually,
mm, mm.
and that is the most important part of test and discussion, which I
So
feel was
so
very good.
so
Cerebellum
what do
and
you
GTR.
what do you think, when should a person start solving MCQs? It should be right from the beginning of the preparation, or should they wait for some amount of information to have been gathered before they start solving MCQs?
I think solving PYQs initially would be good. And
PYQs?
once we
Mm,
once we finish reading all the subjects, getting done with all the PYQs would be a good option. Once we start revising again, doing the PYQs once more would be useful. I did the PYQs twice, so it
mm,
was easy to understand where the topics come from, the most important topics,
mm,
rather
mm.
than the questions themselves. If we do it twice, we realize that the topics are getting repeated rather than the questions.
So you said that PYQs are pretty important, and I think you were doing all the late night PYQs very
Yes,
diligently. So
yes, sir.
so tell me, Siddhartha, how does it really help? Do you think that the fact that even older PYQs also put in the LN is that helpful, or the fact that it develops a discipline in the student to solve these things? What exactly helps?
I feel like all the PYQs are important, even the older ones, even the fact-based ones, because uh, it sort of nothing can replicate the exam environment, but there
Mm.
are certain questions which throw you off track. You'll be
Right,
solving it in a flow, and
right.
suddenly you see a question, you have no idea where it is from. And
Mm,
those sort of questions in the late night periods, there were a lot of them. And
mm,
so they helped me to understand that, okay, there is a question which you don't know, just leave it, ignore it. If
mm.
there's time, come back to it, which actually helps a lot in the exam, actual exam.
Understood. You were also a very regular user of the GTs. So, what
Yes,
was your experience? There are two parts to this question. When should a student start taking GTs? And what was your experience with the Cerebellum's GTs and the NEET PG mocks?
GPs, I feel like within a month into preparation, twice, twice in a month, then regularize them as we improve,
Mm,
regularize them. I used to do GT every 4 days. Every fourth day, I used to do GT.
mm,
And cerebellum GTs are definitely very useful, especially before the INI-CET exam. I think
mm.
the INI-CET exam, the closest GTs to the INI-CET exam was the cerebellum GT.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
after INI-CET, I think there were five cerebellum mock exams and
Five.
there were very much PYQ based.
Mm.
And that is how the NEET PG exam also appeared to
Mm.
be this time. So it was definitely very useful.
One of the problems that students face is how to review the GT. I mean, after taking GT for 3 hours, everybody gets exhausted, and then it takes 3 days sometimes to review these GTs. So, what was your approach towards these GTs?
Actually, during my first drop, I used to take GTs too seriously. Like every GT score, I used to get depressed. Like I used to waste 3 days for a GT. Like I used to get depressed the next day. Then the next day, an adrenaline rush will come. I have to improve, and
Mm,
I'll waste the day planning, etc. But during the second drop, I realized that GT scores, they are important, but they don't have any relevance to how you actually perform during the exam. You
mm,
don't have to take them to heart.
mm.
So, reviewing the GTs, I just made sure that I saw all the wrong questions properly. I made sure that I read the explanation thoroughly, and then I moved on. And the video-based explanations, they were definitely very useful, which
Mm.
was something introduced newly in Cerebellum. I
Yeah.
found them definitely to be very useful, the video-based tools.
And I think you also use BTR for the last
Yes,
revision.
sir. Yes,
Uh,
sir.
so, so the fact that it's a concise resource which can be revised in a short period of time must have helped
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir. BTR is a wonderful resource. Like, I have
Mm,
no words.
yeah. So Siddharth, if I have to, if you have to give suggestion to somebody who is starting preparation now, because you were in the same stage 1 year back, what would be your suggestions?
Like, focus on the content, whatever, whichever source we are reading from. I think
Mm,
FOMO is something which is very real because there are a lot of resources now, too many resources. So whatever the resource we have, just stick to it, follow whatever the teachers say. And I think that would be more than enough. Being disciplined,
mm,
solving GTs and solving questions daily on a regular basis and listening to the T&D explanations,
mm.
I think that would be a right way to go about it.
From your conversation or our conversation, one thing that is becoming very clear is you want to focus more on the question solving skills that students
Yes,
should develop rather than just revising the same theory again and again.
yes,
Is
sir.
that so? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Understood. So, Siddharth, what now? What are you planning to take in MD or MS now?
General medicine, sir.
Medicine only.
GP.
And from where? You can get it from most of the places now?
Yes, sir. I will take in Chennai only,
Chennai
most
only.
probably.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Siddharth. It was lovely talking
Thank
to you, and we are very proud of you. I mean, students like you
thank you, sir.
also make us feel that all the things that we are doing, whether it is E&D, BTR, or GTs, mocks, all those things are helping our students. So very happy to see you succeed. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
May
sir.
God
Thank
bless
you.
you, my dear.
Thank you.